Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Siege, brand new podcast with my man Allegreto, It's Anime Maniacs, your number one and two anime maniacs over here. We wanted to bring something new to y'all. This is a part of the Link podcast, the Link Entertainment LLC podcast, beginning of the podcast network. Got a few podcasts already. If you haven't already listened to them, but we appreciate y'all tuning in for this one. Today we got some great stuff for y'all. Y'all see the anime all in the background. That's what we all about. So, but before we get started, brother, is there anything that you want to say in the introduction?
You talking to a OG, throwed in the game, been around since before it was called anime. So definitely, I'm an encyclopedia. Been there since day one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here, but I think my anime knowledge is a little bit more spread out in terms of the different type of animes that I watch. But we're gonna get into that, at some point throughout hopefully the longevity of this podcast here. So
Yes,
y'all
sir.
stay tuned, stay buckled up with us every week. We gonna get y'all. We gonna entertain y'all for sure. All right, yeah. All right. So if you're ready, I'm ready to get into this first one. This is just an introductory topic here. We're gonna talk about how did you get into anime. So I'll let you lead off with that one.
Okay. I started, I'll say in the 80s. I was born in 1984. So, I grew up with Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Silverhawks, JC and the
Yeah,
Wheel Wars. Those not necessarily anime, but that's where I get my love of cartoons from. And then I saw Akira. That's was the jumping point for me. And back then, it wasn't even called anime; it was called Jap animation
yep,
or whatever. We didn't call it that back then, but because of stuff like the cartoons I watched when I was a kid, and also like Voltron, Astro Boy, stuff like that was brought over here. That's how me and my brothers got into it. And then also something that's real obscure, unless you really digging deep in the trenches. There was this one called Barefoot Again, and if you ain't never seen that, you gotta watch it. I'm not even gonna spoil it or tell what's in there, but definitely worth the watch. But I say anybody that really want to see where anime came from, start with Akira. It still holds up against damn near everything that's out today.
I gotta agree with you there on that anime. Like the animation style is just beautiful in the sense of, like even if you see, just just a brief aside, but even if you see like some of the animation in like One Piece when the fights get real
Yep.
serious, like that type of animation style, just I don't think that's ever gonna die.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to touch something like that, and it's all hand drawn too.
Yeah, so that was
Um,
just crazy.
right, but yeah, I say like get that, just that. My mom supporting our addiction with getting us the toys and whatnot. We had all the toys, and then we go on the Suncoast, getting the DVDs and the VHSs and such not. Um, like I said, that and then watching stuff like Blue Gender, Appleseed, Ronin Warriors, and then I say when I kind of fell off when I was like sixth grade to middle school because that was back in the Jordan area. And I'm coming up, getting my manhood on, trying to be that guy. And then once I say my freshman year of high school, that's when I discovered Neon Genesis Evangelion, and that got me right back in.
Yeah, I feel that my journey was a little bit different in terms of the anime, and we'll probably get into this a little bit in the next topic. But for the sake of this, my grandmother, man, she used to always purchase go to the Walmarts or whatever and find those $5 bin DVDs, man. And so she used to pick. movies out of there. And I always liked animation, but like you said, like Ninja Turtles and all that's not necessarily
Right.
that's not anime. But then I used to stay up and watch. I mean, everything that came on. I just loved the animation. Like, man, Dragon Ball Z had me every Tuesday at 5:30. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just put that out there. Like, but that was after. That's after I had seen the Legend of Totoro was the one that
Yep.
really got me into it in the beginning. Anything Studio Ghibli, I got to see. Like, period. But just because the storytelling and stuff is just so great from that particular studio. But that was my first real anime that I got hip to, and I was like, yeah, I ain't never gonna stop. and and then at night when you're a kid on the summer, you get to stay up a little bit later. That's when you seen the Fist of the North Star and
Yep.
and that kind of thing. And certain animes that just stick with you for whether it's the character or how cool the moves are, or I always just stick with you. Ronin Warriors. I'm watching that again now, like going through that again now, just because I remember the nostalgia when I was a kid. I'm flipping through my anime site, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I gotta watch this again. And then, like you said, Jap animation too, like Pokemon. I'm still with the Pokemon. I ain't even gonna hold y'all and act like I'm not. I've been a Pokemon. I've been a de facto Pokemon trainer since seventh grade. I
Right.
ain't. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. But yeah, man, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff, man. So
Oh yeah.
that's how I really entrenched me at that time. But that first one was that Legend of Totoro. When I got hip to that, I was like, "This is the coolest thing," and then it was on from there.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Ronin Warriors, shout out to Sailor Moon too. Watching that early morning right before school.
Yeah, man, I
Get
used to watch that too. On the big TV, we
yeah.
had a big TV with the wood grain. I had to climb up the ottoman to turn into that.
Yep.
Yeah, Sailor Moon was that
You
early
s-
morning joint.
sitting up there waiting, and you watch. You catch. What was it? Come on. Ronin Warriors to come on, and then Sailor Moon to come on, and then that's when we knew it was time to get up out there.
Yeah. So
But
and then you'll be at school all day trying to daydream about what powers you about to use.
right.
I'll be at that bug like, what Goku about to do when I get home?
Well, see, and I wasn't even aware of Dragon Ball back then. I didn't find Dragon Ball till I was in like middle school. I'm talking about the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The original Dragon Ball had a lot more satire in it than Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Dragon Ball Z still has satire, but it wasn't like how Dragon Ball was, because they just had Goku doing anything when he was a kid.
Yeah, I mean it was a product of the time.
Yeah, yeah, facts, facts, facts. Yeah, but man, all of that stuff, man. I remember, shoot, even Inuyasha
Yep.
and uh, and Yu Yu Hakusho and all that stuff was
Oh
big
yeah.
too. Yeah, all of that stuff. So yeah, I got entrenched to all of that then, and I never stopped. Like, period. I never had a downtime in my anime
Right.
career, as I had to call it. But yeah, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
how we all got into anime. If y'all got some cool anime stories, man, drop them below. We can share them on the next show for y'all. So
Yep.
we like to hear how y'all got into anime, and maybe y'all can always hip us to new animes, because like I said, I'm gonna be 80 years old, probably on my deathbed, flipping through some old animes. I'm not even
Never
gonna
gonna
lie to
stop.
you, never. So one of the things that I'll try not to touch on on that particular topic, because I know it was coming up, was the stigma behind, in our community anyway, watching animes. Did you have to deal with any of that stigma? And if so, if you want to expound upon it, that's welcome.
I'm aware of it, but I had no issues. Like everybody that was around me when I grew up or at school or whatever, surprisingly, never had an issue with it. Like, by the time we was in high school, Dragon Ball Z was at. So wasn't nobody giving you no static if you come in with one of them. Remember those silk shirts with Goku on it, or the
Yeah,
ones with the dragons? You remember those?
facts. Yeah, I definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when they were selling those what was it called? Those I want to say bamboo hats.
Oh
Like you wasn't
yeah,
getting, yeah. So the people in my school didn't have no problem with that. because they was in there watching it too. Like we'd be up there because we had cable in our lunchroom, and oh, Dragon Ball Z about to come on, you know. But I am aware of it. But personally never had any issues with all the social groups that I was involved in, because most of the cats I hung with, they was in it just like I was. You
Yeah, that's
know.
dope. That's dope. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I had a little bit more of that stigma where, where I was going to school in the area I was growing up at. There was a lot of people, in the streets or whatnot, and they always said like cartoons, man. Like, why you watching cartoons, bro? Like cartoons is for kids. You ain't no kid. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, or saying it's lame. You know what I'm saying? I used
Oh
to
man.
I used to draw a lot, and so I'll be in class drawing Goku's and
Hmm.
everything while I'm ignoring the teacher. You know, whatever. Or if I was done with my work fast, I'll be in there sketching Pikachu or something, just passing the time. People walk past like, bro, that's lame. So yeah, I had a little bit
Nah.
of that. And I think when we got older, the main stigma is man, dudes who watch anime don't get no girls. I'm here to tell you, for the guys out there, that is not the case. So that is a false statement. So don't be thinking that you got to give up your love for anime to get no
Especially
females.
nowadays,
Because females did not care then, they do not care now. Trust me, they care
boy.
about you,
It
my boy.
it'll help you even more nowadays.
Man, like it's just I don't know, man. But yeah, it's that was a whole lie that they told me back in the G. So I ain't even gonna say, like that was a lie. But anyway, what I'm saying? Definitely keep being yourself and keep watching your animes. But I definitely had to deal with that stigma. And I think one of the groups that I follow on Instagram, I can't think of his name right now. I know it's RDC, they studios where they make fun of like
Ah,
LeBron.
yeah.
Yeah, he brought that up too. He said like in his community, like they were saying that you don't get no girls. Y'all ain't gonna sit here and be cussing a lot because he was using choice words. But
Right.
uh, but he, he said the same thing that they was trying to treat him that way, and so he came on there and was like, "Nah, you can still be yourself and do what you got to do." So that's why I brought that up because he had to deal with it too. So
It's crazy because I grew up in the hood too, and even the hood cast was down with it. Like they, oh, let's go, get that Dragon Ball Budokai, or it was never a problem.
yeah, now we did have that in our community. Man, there was this one older guy. His name James. I don't know if he ever gonna see this or not, but shout out to James. Uh, we used to go around to his house. He had an apartment, and we used to go over his house, and he had that. Every Budokai came out, he had. We
Yep.
was down there playing that, but it was probably like again like six of us though. Like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Well, like the whole school, but shoot, six is enough. We'd be down there chilling and drinking and having a good old time playing some Budokai. But
oh yeah, that Tekken, Street Fighter.
man,
Oh man.
man. Speaking of which, that Street Fighter came. That mug was all right. But yeah.
I don't even want to go there. I got a 15-year backlog to catch up on.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get you straight, man, one of these days. But that's gonna be a topic on one of the upcoming shows, anime games and stuff like that. I know that's gonna take time, so we're gonna dive too far into that today. But man, listen, I'll be on the anime gaming too, bro. It's it's
Well,
it's, it's a lifestyle at this point.
right, but before you switch subjects, I just want to say shout out to people like me and you who started from the beginning, and how nowadays it's not even an issue, and it's a more of a, like you said, mainstream thing nowadays. Like we really was the ones that changed that whole stigma, because like you said, we stuck to it, stayed true to who we was, and now my kids, what, he about to be 15 and my daughter about to be 19, and they own it just as hard as I am. But they don't have to worry about that because it don't matter who you is or where you come from. They know about it, they respect it, and it's just a regular part of society now. I just want to recognize that, like the OGs, like me and you.
Man, facts. I had a hard time even finding like podcasts about anime. Like they do like some people have podcasts, but it's like real specific on a show for a period of
Right.
time. You know what I mean? Or they talk about a specific character set, and go through that character history and stuff like that. I was like, man, we need something for us that's an anime podcast that we could just go on here and yell about a character if we need to. But you know what I'm saying? And debate, talk, and share, our stories about anime. It ain't always got to be, just listening to somebody talk about a specific character. But
Right, right.
yeah, so hopefully this mug grow. And definitely shout out to everybody who was breaking that stigma and making sure that everybody that watched it could be themselves. Because, like I said, everybody got different stories, and I'm one of those cats that had to navigate it a little bit rough in terms of being in the community. So, hey, now people who said that they hated it back then and
Uh
said it was lame, now they checking it out too. Like,
huh. For
yeah,
sure.
so yeah, but that's definitely what's up. So now that we got the stigma out of the way, and I'm sure that's a topic for a lot of people who can share their stories too. So if y'all want to share y'all stories, definitely do that. And again, you know we appreciate that, and we definitely be interacting with y'all in terms of that, in terms of your stories that y'all share. And if you got any questions about our stories too, man, definitely ask, and we got answers
Oh
for you for
yeah.
sure, for sure. So let's get to the fun stuff, man. So now we're gonna talk about your favorite anime at this time, of course, because this is an ever changing topic. So I mean, I guess you can just kind of just say whatever's your favorite or like most nostalgic or however you want to answer, but at least fit in what you're watching that's your favorite right now.
Right now, um, it would have to be. I'm gonna have to say the new Bleach episodes. Like each one
Yeah,
of those is an event. Like everything
that's
else
some
is
content.
just yes, sir. I mean, everything else is just stuff that's been around. Like Boruto, that's on hiatus. Jujutsu Kaisen that just started a new season, so that's My Hero where they at now on the cartoon is not where they at in the manga, and I read that too. So I'm just kind of like, but it's hard to keep up with so much of the new stuff. You see something and you be like, oh man, and then you look at it and it's trash.
Right, facts.
But yeah, I'm gonna say the new Bleach episodes, the Zom 100, and I hate to say it, but I'm getting caught up on One Piece, so I'm in that right now.
Yeah, facts. One Piece is definitely right now at the top of my list, but Bleach, man, is right there. Like every single episode answers a question that you had from the previous Bleach. And it's like you didn't think that like Bleach, the first set, of Bleach or whatever, was cool. Like it was some things that was missing. You know what I'm saying? That I was like, dang, they could have did that better. Like how he disappeared from here to here. Like why they stop him from this episode? Now he in school again. Why ain't he fight such and such? But that's a story for another day. But man, that
Right.
second, that 1,000 Year Blood War, they have not missed one single second of that show at all.
But see, I read the manga too, so I already knew. But I knew just because, like, this is the thing people don't know about Bleach. It never stumbled, never had any BS episode. Even the fillers was sweet.
That's true too.
So I knew as long as they took to make it, I said, yeah, these it's about to be fire, straight fire.
Yeah,
So
they ain't
it's
missed not
definitely
one
at the
single
top,
episode.
man. If you, I don't know if you a manga person, but you go from that to seeing it actually in motion. Like I'd be like, hey, be quiet. The new episode of Bleach on. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Don't ask me no questions. Don't come in here being loud. I'm trying to experience this.
I'm the same way. Went through the mangas for Naruto Shippuden, and I was way ahead, and I'm seeing stuff
Right,
happen. I'm like, oh man, like this is the greatest thing ever. Everything was an event, and I stopped watching them in the living room too. I started watching them in the studio, in the room studio where I'm at right now, just so I could turn the monitors all the way.
right.
Hey, but yeah, when you watching the see, I'm a person I believe in the spoilers too. Like if somebody tell me what happened, I still got to see how it happened. Like I got to see the look on their face, the camera roll, like how the
Right.
camera is. Did he hit him hard? Did he fake him out? Like I gotta see all of that type of stuff. When I was listening to, or not listening to, but reading the mangas, it made me want to watch the episodes even more. So
Right.
yeah, right now I got to divvy up the time a little bit more, so I read less of the mangas, but I still read them. I've been reading Genshin Impact lately though.
I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, that's on. They got that on the Crunchyroll one.
I see now. I'm back for, like I said, we from the old school, so I pay for nothing.
Yeah. I feel you on that too. I got a reason for that for having a Crunchyroll, but yeah, I feel.
I'm talking manga, anime. That I can't. I'm back from the Bear Share, Kaza days, LimeWire, downloading episodes, waiting all day, come home from school. Let me see, is it done? So like when Crunchyroll came out, it's like,
Yeah, Crunchyroll just made it a little bit easier for me. That's all. I got
oh
that.
man.
I can walk around with that tablet and just press play.
I mean, the links that I showed you, the one I showed you, they get it, like I said, within 24, but I don't want to dig too deep into that right now.
Yeah. Now that is fire though. I will say that that's fire. But yeah. I do use that more than I use Crunchyroll now. But for the sake of having different devices, and my nephew,
Right.
because he an anime head too, Crunchyroll been mainly for him lately. But I still read the mangas on
Okay.
there though.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah, because I got I got my little Q saved on there what I've been reading, so I got to keep it up.
Right, right.
But anyway, but yeah, man. So One Piece, I guess One Piece right now would be mine. And you said the new Bleach, man. That's a hard one to beat right there. I can't even hold you.
I'm telling you.
So if y'all haven't watched Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, definitely check that out. Especially if you watch the first Bleach, because it's gonna answer all the questions right away. Especially with Kenpachi, man. That was that probably
Whew.
had to be some of the sweetest episodes ever, man.
My
Like
boy running fades.
man's came out there on straight attack mode.
He like, let's get it.
All right, so moving along from the favorite anime, I guess from that topic we can kind of go to we can just ask a general question real quick because the next topic is we're gonna talk about villains, but I want to squeeze in the heroes, bro. Who's your favorite hero? Your favorite protagonist?
Protagonist, like of all time or just of recent note.
Yeah, let's just do all time, bro. Who you got at this moment, anyway? Of course, we can always revise these later, of course.
Right,
All right,
right. I'm
just do
a
top. Let's do top three. Cause it's hard to
top
say
three.
one. Yeah, it's hard to say one.
I'ma say one of my, like I said, this is from back in the day. Shinji Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like a lot of people don't know about that anime in particular, but it is definitely up there with Akira. But just the amount of bullshit that he went through, excuse my French, but the stuff that he went through, whew, I gotta rock with him in like the top spot. Right after that, it had to be my boy Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. My man's just he goofy as hell, and he ain't concerned about nothing.
Right.
And then I'm gonna say three. I'm gonna have to give it to Vegeta,
I
and
was
I ain't gonna
wondering.
say much about that.
I was wondering if you was gonna say a Dragon Ball Z character or not. I rock with Vegeta too, but I mess with Goku. Goku in my top three over Vegeta for one reason. Cause man, that dude do not care how strong you are, bro. He is coming at you like he gonna play with you a little bit, But that's the other reason why I kind of don't like him though, because he play too much. Like he gonna
Right,
die dying in different sagas because he wanna play around. So, but
right.
Goku, I got to put him in my top three for that reason. Uh, man, it's so many of them, bro. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah.
I kind of like Kenshin too. Roroni from Roroni Kenshin.
Okay.
Kind of like him too. I got to put him in there. And I'm a little partial to man. I can't even choose between these two dudes, man. I had to put Zoro in there too from One Piece. Zoro don't be playing, bro. He trying to be the greatest of all time.
See, I can't even speak on him because I'm not. When One Piece came out, I didn't stick with it. Like I watched the first couple episodes and I checked out.
Yeah,
So I'm still trying to learn about it.
yeah, man. My third spot got to be Zoro, Luffy, or Natsu Dragneel, bro. like
Fairy Tale.
I like Natsu because he hard headed as hell, boy, but he trying to run the phase too.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I don't really. I watched like the first couple seasons of Fairy Tale, but it was just like, eh.
Yeah, it's a couple animes that's like that though. Like it took me a little bit to catch on with Inuyasha back in the day for that same reason. It was just kind of a
Right.
stagnant story, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still watching through Fairy Tale again because I never finished the final season, but it's cool. I got to figure
Yeah,
out
it's
what happened.
alright.
I got to figure out what happened. But as a character though, I like his attitude.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say the show itself is bad. It's just it's one of them where they give the each character some weird ass gimmick or personality quirk, and some of that stuff just irritating. Like I don't even remember the dude's name, but the ice dude, like taking his clothes off.
Oh yeah, I do. I feel you
That
on that part. Yeah,
yeah,
that's kind of
kind
like
of
how
like
I feel. That's kind of how I feel about dude and Dr. Stone. He always saying and get excited. I'll be like, man, no, bro, I'm not excited. Stop saying it.
that. But we already talked about Doctor Stone, so I don't even want to.
Yeah,
I'm still salty about that.
that dude remind me of what's the dude in Horatio, bro, from CSI Miami, bro. Who always got the little one liner. You're all washed up, and then put his glasses back on. That's that's how dude is, bro. Let's get excited. Like, no, bro, I'm not excited. Not no more.
Right. Not until after what I seen, but I mean, I'm still gonna watch it through though. But
Yeah, man. We got to dive into that on one of these shows too, because that's wild. You told me
but we
now I do want to watch it through too, because I want to see it and be like, really, bro. But and
uh,
I'm already invested. I already done seen through the three seasons, but
exactly.
man,
And they gassed
yeah,
us up so much.
yeah, we're gonna have to broach that. We might talk about that next week, y'all. And let y'all
Right.
and then let y'all be the judge of what's going on. But so we got our three, technically three up there kind of guys, because I know it's some people that we missing.
Oh man.
Like dude from Seven Deadly Sins, he up there. But whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we could do a top
Yeah,
1,000 for real, for real.
yeah, facts. 'Cause there's so many good characters, man. But then like I'm like moving people around and taking them out as I'm thinking of anime. Like, nah,
Exactly.
he ain't in there. Oh, I ain't even say Itachi. Yeah, I gotta kick Zoro out. Itachi is my third. He's the most cold blooded hero ever. But anyway,
Oh
but
yeah.
anyway, anyway, man. So we talked about the heroes. Now we got to go to the villains, man. I think my villain might surprise you, but most heinous villain, bro. I mean, we can make this
Both
a list
heinous.
too, I guess, because there's some evil
I
ones. But
mean, man, I could go all day on the villains,
man, it's some villains for you, boy. Dude from
but
I think dude from Inuyasha, he he was relentless and he only wanted one thing, bro. Like,
nah,
yo, I was like, that dude was
nah.
wild, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, the most heinous villain. Gendo Ikari from Evangelion.
Oh yeah.
He
I
gave
didn't even get that far.
he gives no fucks. Like he don't care about nothing but what he want. Like even
Yeah.
with his own kids, his wife, everything else, he did not care.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
give it to. He definitely got the top spot.
Oh yeah, I gotta check. I gotta check him out
Uh,
then.
yeah, and then the movies too. The newer movies. Yeah, trust me. If you that was one of my like most favorite. Like I'm talking, I learned everything I possibly could about it just because. But yeah, he definitely for me got the top spot.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about the I can't even think of his name right now. It ain't Moroku. That ain't his name. I can't think of his name though. But
Moroku
anyway,
was the dude with the was the
the
monk
fox
dude,
on it,
right?
one. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Nah,
was the monk.
Moroku.
He was the monk
Is
dude.
you
Yeah.
talking about Inuyasha's brother?
Nah, he ain't the evil dude I'm talking about. He was evil, but he really wasn't though.
Right.
I'm talking about the dude who
Naraku.
kicked. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, that dude
I
was
think that's
crazy
his
to me,
name.
bro. I think that is his name, Naraku.
I'm about to look it up real quick. Yeah, that
All
was
be
him.
all because she healed him though, like he wanted to be in love, and so he just started merging with demons to just to get her. I'm like, bro, you wilding, and the stuff he was doing, I'm like, bro, are you gonna take over the world, bro, for this? For this, like, I
Right.
don't know, crazy, bro. So I thought that was a little, he was a little bit crazy, and the way that they depicted him in terms of like how evil he felt in the show. Cause
Right.
cause he felt evil. You know how them old Disney movies where it's like the evil villain is like it seemed like they so evil because of the
Yeah.
animation and stuff.
Right.
That's
Right.
kind of that's kind of where I was going with that one. But yeah, if dude is doing getting whatever he want in spite of his kids and his family, he definitely get the top spot.
Man, if you watch that whole series and then watch the movies and then watch the new stuff, you'll be like, man, dude, just I'm talking people getting clapped left and right, and he just like whatever. He like I don't care. He told his son, get in that Ava, Shinji. I don't care what happened to him, but I'm telling you, like if you really dig into it, you'll see. Another one I think, and I'm sure you agree, Show Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, yeah. The funny thing about Full Metal Alchemist is that I think they did such a good job on him in particular that it made me kind
Right,
of go back and start watching them again. Cause like I watched Full Metal Alchemist through twice and within a short period of time because I was like, what are they doing with this? Like, this is crazy.
yeah. I mean, I watched that. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The movies, the live action ones was decent too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's the only
Even
one
my
I
wife,
ain't watched was the what's the name the live action. I ain't watched
I
that.
put you like this. My wife liked the live action movies, and she only watched the anime.
That's what's up.
Like she got sucked in. But yeah, him, man, it's just we be here all night.
Yeah, man, it's some definitely some villains on there. I used to think what's the name was super duper evil too, but as the storyline in Dragon Ball Z progressed, you realize that he wasn't that evil. Not he was evil, but he wasn't the most evil. Frieza was when we was kids was like top of the list.
Right.
But then, like I said, as the storyline progresses, it's like, dang, Beerus told you to do that. You had to be a sucker for. So I was like,
I
so I
think
can't
that
even
was
imagine
after
what
the
I feel.
fact, though. I think all that was after the fact.
Oh,
You
like
get
how
what I'm
they,
saying?
yeah, like they made the storyline to expand it that way or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but man, when we was kids, though, Frieza, man, listen, he was wild, blowing up planets just because.
yeah. But the thing is, like Dragon Ball Z came out right around the same time Evangelion did,
Oh yeah, that is
around
true.
95, 96, and comparing what happened there with Dragon Ball Z, it's like it had to depend on which way you looking at it from, because like you said, Frieza was on some BS, but then you see Evangelion, you can be like, well, it's like,
I gotta go watch that. Like my job. before the next show is to get deep into that as I can before the next week, bro. As I ain't
It's
gonna
gonna
hold
mess you up, man. Like a lot of the stuff on there, they don't explicitly state what actually was going on, but then you got to watch the episode like a couple times, like, hold on a second. Then you be like, I can't let my kids watch this.
you. I think what's the name building himself up to be a decent villain too. You're walking Thousand Year Blow, or I think he building up to that point because he his people dying and he taking their energy and dipping for 1,000 years and coming back. Like we got to sort all that out. But he seemed like he trying to build up to a decent villain.
Yeah, I mean, somebody who done seen how it ends, it's like, yeah, but you can go to some of these other shows and find somebody worse. Shit, freaking the Captain Commander was a worse villain than him, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 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 man. He was crazy, dude.
He didn't lose an arm. So we about to kill Rukia. They died. It's to protect the Soul Society. I don't care.
Yeah, he was.
It's,
He was. I forgot all about him just because of earlier we was talking about Thousand Year Blower. So I was like, dude, decent, but you're right. That captain was crazy, bro.
he did not care. He like, shoot, I'm gonna kill these fools. You ain't about to come up in here and kill my people. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. He backstabbing people. They didn't find out till it was too late, too. Like,
Yeah, but he knew everything that was going on.
yep.
Like he could have prevented it. Like he really could have stopped it. But we won't get too deep in the weeds on that.
Yeah, facts, facts, facts. Yeah, we do that, and then we be here all day on that too. All right, so the famous question I had to ask on this first episode, we talked about the heroes, we talked about the villains. The famous hood question somebody always say when you bring up somebody in fighting, but can he beat Goku, bro? Is there? I'll still literally say this. Somebody be like, man, listen, bro, my dude got squabbles, bro. I look at him and I'm like, bro, can he beat Goku though? so is there anybody in the anime universe that can sincerely beat Goku, bro?
See, that depends. Are they using? Are we using their own universes? You know, physics and how their powers work and everything, or is it just straight beat down?
See,
Because
that's a
I
great,
need to, you know what I'm
that's a
saying?
great question. That's a great question
Like,
because I
because you
know when
can't
I
just be
asked
like,
this question,
he can't.
go
Oh, I'm
ahead, my
about to
bad.
go to the Naruto universe and run phase because he'll get clapped because he ain't got no chakra or whatever. Rock Lee put him down. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got his Kai. He ain't got um his Super Saiyan Blue or what was the other one called? The Kaioken. He ain't got none of that stuff. But I'm not one of those. Oh, Goku can beat everybody because I need to know if they using the universe rules or not.
All right, so let's just say is one. Everybody got whatever powers they got, and they work equally everywhere, bro.
Okay. In that case, we talking about just put him down. Like, ain't gotta necessarily kill him, right?
Yeah, nah, I ain't got to necessarily kill him. Just
Okay,
one on
just win
one
a
on
fight.
one, one on one. Who can get him?
Who can get him? I'ma say Gojo. He can run with him just because he keep him at a distance. What was the dude's name that fought with Yuki on Jujutsu Kaisen when he fought that plant monster?
Oh man,
The one that when he
I might
clapped, he switched places.
I might have to look him up. Look him up.
That fight was whew. But I'm gonna say Naruto and Sasuke. Them two together, they could put him down. And then I'm gonna give it to One Punch Man. And if that's the case, because you know,
I think One Punch Man is one of those answers. I'll be like, he got strong off doing regular exercises, bro. Like, I be like, how is
But you
he strong?
said in
I'm,
universe rules though.
nah, that is true. That is true. But I'm saying, like, as a character, I'll be like, bro, that is crazy. Like how they just made this dude the strongest anime character ever off some push-ups,
Right.
bro. Like, I mean, yeah, yeah, but yeah, if all universe rules, then he definitely got him because I mean he one punch man. Everybody who one punch, you did it. Like it's over.
Right. Now it'll be a long fight because he don't like to take his opponent seriously, and Goku don't take him seriously. So we're gonna get about 50 episodes of them toying with each other.
Right. we're gonna have 20 episodes on each Goku power level.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You got some of the same answers I got for sure. Like you said, Naruto and Sasuke together for sure. And then it's hard for me to put anybody in One Piece universe in there just because they power is so one dimensional.
Right.
Versus a Goku. Um, then you got I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. One Punch Man, them two. There's a few other people in that universe that could probably give him a good fight, but I don't know if they could beat him in terms of Naruto.
Right.
Uh, like any of the Senjus, like he might go down. But Hashirama put him down. Hashirama might put him down. But
Madara and Itachi will probably just put him to sleep.
yeah, because they ain't gonna play with him. They just gonna go
Hell
straight to
no.
the action. Goku gonna be toying around. He gonna be like, bro, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta get back to the Leaf Village, bro. I'll let you in a
They got
minute.
shit to do, man. That's why I said like Mike Guy and Rock Lee. I mean, because they got hands.
Man, the crazy thing is, you're right. Like, if you take out the universes and one person going to the other one's universe, like it's basically like Mighty Guy and Rock Lee, they can just fight. So any universe they go into, like you at least got to have the bare minimum squad skills, or it's or it's done. Like you it's over.
Imagine them two in a tournament of power.
Right? Like, come on, bro. Like you gonna have to
Exactly.
you're gonna have your powers, and you're gonna have to stay at a distance and heat them up from a distance. Because as soon as they get in close range, it's Tyson. They knocking you out.
It's over.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good observation by you, because yeah, they can go anywhere in terms of because they got skills. They might not have the
Right.
same. They might not have the same moves. Like can't jump as high or something. I guess depending on what the universe stipulate versus the other one. But yeah, they can go anywhere because all they need is D's.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what's up, man. So we got a interesting, fun, relatively fun show today. Talked about how we got into anime, talked about stigmas, villains, and heroes. As the show progresses in different weeks, we revise our lists and hopefully get a lot of fan feedback, get their list. I might put a poll up or something. You know what I mean,
Right.
and see what the people think, but overall, man, I appreciate you coming on, doing this with me.
Oh yeah.
Digging into the anime with your boy. Hope we could do this for a long time. Hopefully, turn this into something that people can look forward to. Next week, I definitely got some fire topics for us next week. We're gonna lean into them next week a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna let them know something. But before we get out of here, is there anything else you'd like to say or drop any tags or?
Man, I mean, I want to keep going for real. But we got lives to live. But the only thing I'm gonna say is can't nobody come for me unless you watched Akira, Evangelion, the original Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't come from that era, you can't argue with people like me and you because all this stuff they watching now is cool, but now it's all this. I don't want to get hurt, so I put all my points in the defense, or that little weird stuff. And those don't jive with this turkey. I come to see stuff get destroyed. I come to see action, even though there are some that got some good action. And I don't do slice of life stuff. I don't. I don't care about that at all. That stuff is
Yeah.
boring.
Watch a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? But you're right though. For me, if you haven't watched any I would say big piece of our era when we was coming up in terms of like you said the Sailor Moons, the Akira's especially the just even just to get an appreciation of the particular anime style,
Right.
and then of course if you haven't seen any Studio Ghibli movies, you can just move along when it comes to that.
Right.
Like, did
Right.
you see
I
Spirited
forgot to
Away?
mention him.
Nah. Like, did you see
Yeah.
Spirited Away?
See.
Nah. Like, all right, bro. Like, go
All
watch
right,
that,
man.
man. Then come holler.
Right. You can't argue with me until you done win and you got nah.
Man, so yeah, man, definitely. So man, that was a poignant point by you, bro. Like you gotta be able to transcend the eras. Like I said, I watch a little bit of everything. I kind of stay away from the sports kind of animes though, cause I mean,
I don't know. Some of them, my son was watching the one with the volleyball. I stopped for 5 minutes. Next, I'm in the room like,
yeah, it's
so
just
don't
it's just
count them out.
I watch so much regular sports. I'll be like, I'm gonna just go to the fighting one, man. I just want to see some fighting today. So nothing against them. I just ain't checked them out yet.
Trust me, they it's like imagine watching Dragon Ball Z fights, but it's baseball. I swear.
Hey, the funny thing you mentioned, it's funny because you mentioned baseball because that's one that I actually watch. I can't remember the name of it right now, but man, listen, they made it so intense. Like dude standing at the plate, they show his face close up with the lines passing me, the ball coming. I'm like, I'm going to hit
Like,
the
hold
ball
on.
for him.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
facts.
right. But yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah. I can't wait to get them tops because I'm ready to do some research and pull up some of my old notes and whatnot. Because yeah, I definitely want to make sure that I got a nice little thick list of all
Yes.
my info saved up.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be on. I had a little bit of research today, but I was like, I want to keep it a little light for us, light for the listeners a little bit. Just talk about our favorites. But next week, man, listeners, we on your heads.
Yes, you ain't
we
dealing with no
on,
rookies here.
yeah, we on y'all heads next week. So get your popcorn ready.
For sure.
Yeah, but anyway, again, man, I appreciate you. Y'all can follow the podcast on everything down below YouTube at the Link Entertainment LLC. That'll be the same for Instagram. Everything else is the Link ENT LLC. Also, the linkentllc.com. Check us out there now on the YouTube. You see playlists for all of the shows that I do for the Link Entertainment. And you can just look for the playlist. It'll be right there. Animaniacs, with your number one Animaniacs, Animation Maniacs total. Me, Ciege, and Allegreto. Man, y'all see us out.
Yes.
Don't talk no trash unless y'all did y'all prereqs.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Well, till next time, I appreciate you, and I'm definitely gonna get them topics to you, man. Don't get too excited, man.
Shoot.
All right, man. We'll talk to y'all. Appreciate y'all for listening, and let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Yes, sir.
Peace.